Hi, everybody. Welcome back to We Run on Coffee. I'm Marissa.
And I'm Erica.
And I'm Hunter.
Yay! We have another guest today. And this is another reason you have to watch video because you get to see our lovely little, I'm
Yes.
having a stroke already. Our lovely little guest. And you get to see her brand new vest that she just bought from TJ Maxx, and it's so
Hey,
cute.
you get to see her good setup, the good lighting, the good hair. I'm like, oh my
Yep.
God.
Yeah, so we're gonna learn more about Hunter later, but Hunter is my guest of choice. So I've known
Yes.
Hunter for like 10 years, I feel
Dang.
like
Okay,
almost.
old.
Ew. That's
Long
so old.
time.
But we've known each other for like 10 years and we'll like talk a little bit more about like how we met and everything later. But this is our guest. And what are you drinking, Hunter?
So I am drinking a coffee that I made at
It's
home. I
really so
have my,
cute.
it is, and it's so fluffy. My friend Kaylee taught me how to make these. And it's just a maple pumpkin coffee.
Oh,
Pumpkin coffee in May,
okay.
or what month is it right now? It's
May.
March.
I'm crying.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the flavor though. I literally, I love it. So
Do you
this is
make
Course.
my
the
at-home
syrup
coffee.
or do you have the syrup?
I have the pumpkin syrup, but then this is the ma my maple syrup, of
Mm-hmm.
course, of
Yeah, and
course.
we're gonna get into maple syrup later.
Oh,
Don't
wait,
you
I'm so
We
worry.
have to do,
excited.
and we have to
Okay.
do.
I did not preview the doc, so I'm
Oh,
so excited. I'm like, wait, I didn't
she's
even
like,
know that's
wait, how
coming.
do,
This
yeah,
is new. Oh
that's
my
really
God.
funny.
Love.
Okay, Erica, what are you drinking? You've been gatekeeping
I've been
it.
gatekeeping it. Okay, so I went out for coffee this morning, which you guys know I never do anymore because I'm lazy. And I also don't like this coffee place. Can you guess where it's from? It's like my
Probably
least favorite. It's
Starbucks.
from Starbucks. I had a gift card though. So my work gave us a gift card for National Employee Appreciation Day or something like that. And
Oh.
then we also got one for Christmas. So I went like a week or two ago with my work gift card because I saw they had a cherry matcha or something, but I've never
Mm-hmm.
had matcha and I didn't feel like Starbucks was a good place to try it first. So I just was like, no. So I put the cherry syrup into a non-dairy chocolate cold foam.
Hmm.
Cold brew? I'm like, what am I even saying? There's so much. But I put the cherry syrup into that and I made a chocolate covered cherry cold brew and it was
Ooh.
flames. So this morning I went back and got it again. Now it's ugly because I already started drinking it, but
That's
and also
okay.
you guys, I look like a ghost compared to these gals. You guys look like tan summer and I feel like I'm ghostly, but I took a picture before I ruined it so I can show you guys because it really did have pink foam and it's so cute. So
Oh.
let me tell you guys, venti, non-dairy, chocolate cream, cold brew with line the cup with mocha because why the hell not?
Oh.
Mocha drizzle on top and cherry cold foam. And it's really good. I
Oh,
recommend.
That's
that does
cute.
sound good.
Are
Yeah.
you normally a cherry girl?
Yeah. I okay, so you
Oh,
yeah, because you know
okay.
I don't like fruity stuff really, like
Yeah.
especially in the drinks, but cherry specifically is the one thing I like. And then also, shout out, Taylor, we had like a crunchy girl day. I don't remember if I talked about this on the
You
podcast
did.
or not. Okay. Yeah, so we had crunchy girl day, but for the morning, she made a homemade cherry syrup for coffees,
Mm.
and it was
Ooh.
so good. She said it was super easy. She said it's basically simple syrup except you use cherry juice.
Yeah.
So I need to try that soon because that was cool. It's gonna be in my homestead life, making my own syrups.
I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I feel like cherry is like a pretty divisive flavor and you
It
either love
is.
it or you hate it. And
Mhm.
I feel like I'm middle ground on it. Like it
Okay.
wouldn't be the first flavor I pick, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It's my only fruit flavor. I don't know why. But tell us what you're drinking, Marissa, and
Okay.
tell us about your mug.
So I have this
I
mug and I asked Hunter if she remembered where it came from and she had no idea, but she did buy me this mug.
love it.
And it was for a birthday gift a couple of years ago. It just says like Pisces on it and it has like a little the
Pisces
Pisces
Queen.
emblem on like
Cute.
the mug rim. I don't
Yeah.
want to spill my
Yes.
coffee on my laptop, but this is just a regular brown sugar oat milk latte, classic me.
Classic. I did have actually an oat milk drink yesterday. I'll give a shout out to an honorable mention drink. I'm not drinking
Okay.
it now, but whenever I go to my hometown, we go to this one coffee shop. It's like a town over. I think I've mentioned it before. It's called Lynn Marie's, and it's the most adorable interior ever. I'll put
Mm.
pictures on the screen. Wait, I'm not editing this. Sorry, Marissa. Last time I went there and had the best latte of my life, it was like a oatmeal cream pie Little Debbie flavor.
Oh.
Amazing. So this time I went in and they had, you guys know the Milano cookies. They had a
Hmm.
Milano
Mhm.
cookie oat milk shaken espresso and it was
Oh.
flames. So, and
Ooh.
I had oat milk. I didn't change it. I was like, you know what? I'll be an oat milk girly today. I'll
That's
go back to my
funny.
roots. Yeah.
I actually we'll get into our updates now then, and I'll go first because mine's about a
Yes.
coffee shop. So
Oh, yeah.
I found a new coffee shop around me, and I feel like I've complained since I moved here that there's like no
Hmm.
little coffee shops, like one-off
Yeah.
coffee shops around the area. So I found one finally. It's called Grounded Coffee Shop, and I
Cute.
think that's such a cute name.
Yeah.
And they have like a whole menu and it's like a whole cafe and it's so cute and their coffees are really good. I've gotten two from there now. So I got one on St. Patty's Day that was called like the Nutty Irishman, and
Yum.
that one was really good. And then I got one this past weekend, or this weekend, I guess, because we're it's Sunday right now.
Yeah.
But I got one, I think it was on Friday, and it was called the Bee's Knees. And it
Cute.
was like a honey
Yum.
brown sugar shaken espresso, and it had a lavender cold foam, and it was so good.
Oh,
It's so
I love
you.
lavender.
I love lavender and coffee. I feel
My
like that's
coworkers were
another one.
having a lavender debate this week.
Oh,
Lavender and coffee debate because one of them got it at Starbucks. I guess Starbucks came out with like a lavender something, some kind of drink. She was like, "I hate this," and then people in the comments were like, "I love it."
I
Everyone's
do
just
feel like
arguing.
that's another one that like you either
Mm.
love it or you
Yeah, it
hate
is.
it.
Yeah, I'm anti.
Okay.
Gotta
That's my
represent.
update most recently. Erica, what is yours?
Okay, I didn't know what to go with because I feel like I've been doing nothing and a lot at the same time somehow. But this past weekend I went to my parents, so I will give you guys that update and I'll pull some pictures for the Instagram story. But it was my brother's ninth birthday, so I went home. He had a Minecraft party, of course. I got him a Minecraft themed gift. Everything
Aw.
was Minecraft. Even the juice boxes were like Mr. Beast juice boxes or whatever. I don't know. So that was cute. But then also he had a school play and he was in Alice in Wonderland and
Aw.
he was the ace of spades. It was so cute. He had like a
Aw.
little solo and everything. I'll show you guys a picture. Um, so that was really cute. Him and then my other sister was in it. She was backstage though. Like you don't see her because
Oh,
she's
okay.
antisocial. But yeah, she was like the backstage girl, but she still got a little shirt. I'll show you guys. This is my brother and my sister.
That's so
So
cute.
Oh.
cute. So that was really fun. We went and watched the play, had a birthday party, and just hung out with my family. And I, of course, got Lynn Marie's coffee. So it
Yeah,
was a
of
good
course.
weekend. And got home last night, like late. And now here I am. So yeah, that was my most exciting update, I would say.
Okay, Hunter, your turn.
Mm. Okay, so I don't know how far to go back, but I guess I'll just do a little bit. So, I just got back from Boston this month,
Ooh,
wrapped up syrup season this month, finished painting my house finally. I am
that's
so
exciting.
happy it's done. I know I still have to do like the ceilings and stuff, but every room is done and it's so
How long
refreshing and
have you
it's
been
just
in your house?
I want to
A
say
year.
like oh yeah, it's been a year.
Girl, I've been here for
Almost a
3 years
year.
and I'm still not done. I'm so jealous of you. I just like, I can't. I can't bring myself to do
It's
it. Sometimes I
hard.
hate it. Yeah. Yeah.
It is hard, but like
I
once
love
it's
that.
done, I'm like, oh, it's kind of therapeutic for me too to
Yeah.
like paint and stuff. I just turn on music and I'm like, okay. And then
Yep.
Spencer comes home and he's like, really again? And I'm like, yeah, yeah,
Well, it
this
doesn't
is what
help
we're
that
doing.
she painted her kitchen and immediately hated the color
Oh,
and had to paint it
Oh
again.
no.
I
That's my
sobbed.
worst
I
nightmare.
literally sobbed. I was like, why would I do this? I'm so
Yeah, it
bad.
is kind of therapeutic though. I agree. I can't get myself there to do it. Like I procrastinate it. But
Yeah,
once I start, it is nice because you literally can't do anything else. It's like you can only listen
Mhm.
yeah,
to music and paint. You can't be on your phone. You can't be doing
yeah,
anything. It is nice.
yeah. And
That's a good one.
then like after this airs and everything, it'll be after Spencer's birthday, and I planned a bunch of
Fun.
stuff, and I planned a surprise party that he doesn't know about. So I'm super
Oh, that's
excited.
exciting.
I know. I can't wait to like I can't wait to see like his reaction because I feel like it could be
I
one of two ways.
know.
He's like, "Wait, this is happening," or he'll be like so
Yeah,
excited.
I feel like he might be like confused, like, wait, everyone came here at the same time? Like, I'll be like,
This is ironic.
yeah. So hopefully I can keep it in the bag for a little bit
Yeah.
longer. I'm struggling.
That's funny.
Okay, now we're gonna get into your actual interview questions. So this is
Yee.
where we're gonna actually learn how me and Hunter know each other, probably. So where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Alexandria, Ohio. It's like 30 minutes outside of Columbus. Very small town. Yeah, we got one stoplight and I grew up on a farm, a maple
Yeah.
syrup farm. So yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
So me and Hunter met actually at a county fair in
Oh,
our
Hmm.
like
literally you and
hometowns.
Kyle. You guys are
Yeah.
all meeting at
Yeah.
the fair.
Yeah. So I feel
I
I
like
love
love
a
if you're
that.
meetup.
from if you're from like our area, like we went to opposite high schools, like our
Mhm.
town or like our county had, well, our county had like a lot of high schools, but the two in our towns, like they split and you either went to one
Yeah,
high school or the other high school. So we went
classic.
to opposite high schools, even though we lived like 5 minutes away from each other.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. That's
And I
actually the
met her.
worst.
I know, I met her at the fair having no idea who she was because we went to like different high schools. And then we ended up working together in high school. And then
Aw,
just like
Yeah.
we've been friends since.
Marissa got me my first job.
I did.
love.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And the
awesome.
first day I met Marissa, she's like, I'm going to spend the night in your camper at the fair. And I'm like, okay.
I did. And I did.
All right.
That's awesome. Getting split up by the schools is so classic small town. I remember my friend
Oh,
and I,
yeah.
we were friends before, but then they just decided to split everybody up. And it was like, you guys are going to this school. Tell me why our town was so small, probably comparable to, I would say, Marissa's hometown. I don't know if we were saying it, but that size. And we had 5 elementary schools for what? Now they only have one because that's stupid, but literally five. So then by the time you got to fourth grade, it was like, all right, we're going to get our school assignments. And everyone, I didn't have anyone to go with. It was so depressing.
That is so
Oh,
But that is
sad.
a mood. Like when they split up all the schools, it's like, bro, we all are here. Just give us
Yeah,
one.
and it's like two
yeah.
different school districts too. So like you couldn't
Yeah.
even like accidentally get split up by like
Oh,
just like
so
getting
sad.
chosen to go into one school. It's like you
Yeah,
lived in one school district or the other,
you
even though
have
the
to.
school districts were literally like X's, like they crossed
Yeah.
Yeah.
over so much.
Oh my God.
It
That's
was
so
weird.
crazy.
Okay, so as a kid, did you have a dream location where you wanted to live when you grew up?
I love this question.
So I loved going to the beach. Like the
Mm,
beach is my happy place. All the colors are vibrant. Like I just love being there. I'm a new person there. I'm alive. I'm awoke. I'm awake.
yes.
But I don't know. Like I just kind of always knew I would live by my family. Like I just
Hmm.
always knew
Mm,
it. So I never really had like, oh, I want to live there, like type of place, but I don't know. I just love the beach, but I also knew I'd always live by my family. So I don't
yeah.
know.
I feel like I asked this question later, but like beach or mountains, you're definitely a beach girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like mountains are cool, but
Yeah.
I thrive on a beach.
Yeah. I love
Hunter
that.
loves to be outside in the
Mm-hmm.
sand.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Um, as you when you were a kid, did you have any like super niche hobbies growing up? I feel like these are always the funniest things.
Yes, so I showed cows. So
Classic. I
there's
love this.
that. I
Yeah.
showed cows. I don't like I used to ride dirt bikes a
Mm,
lot when I was younger, like with my cousins and stuff. And what else did I don't know. I just was outside all the time.
yeah.
And I would like walk to go see my grandparents every day, and then I'd go home, and then I was just outside, just
Hmm.
being
Love
weird,
it. Outdoor kid.
making mud pies. Like I don't
Mm-hmm,
know.
mm-hmm. That's literally, I'm pretty sure what Marissa said when I interviewed you. Like almost exactly. You're like, I was playing in the mud. Like I was
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
And we had a go-kart when I was growing up, so I didn't ride dirt bikes, but I did have a go-kart
Mm,
that I
a
ride around in
go-kart
like the
is
front yard.
crazy.
Yeah.
What? That's
That
wild.
go-kart lasted years. I think we had that until I was like 20. My
That's
parents got it
amazing.
when I was like a kid.
Dang. We didn't
The
have
best.
land. It was so sad. I was
Mhm.
telling Angelo how funny it is because we want to go back to small town living. I've been talking about this, but he grew up in Columbus and I grew up in a small town. And I'm like, it's so weird because in my town, I wasn't country, but the whole
Mm.
town really is. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I was a kid that
Mhm.
like lived in the town. Like we didn't have land, we didn't have animals. And so I feel like I was never like the country kid at school. Like I didn't have a tractor to drive to school on drive your tractor to school day. Like I didn't have any of that. But I come to Columbus and I'm like, oh, I was country, like four wheelers and my grandparents, like the whole thing. So I'm like, it's just funny the perspective of being
Yeah.
country or not.
Yeah,
So
and I
weird.
feel like me and Hunter were the ones that were like we grew up outside, like outside
Mm-hmm.
of the town. Like we
Mhm.
did have land because we were just
Yeah.
like so far on the outskirts.
Yeah. So interesting. Okay, so on the same vein of being younger, being a kid, did you have like a dream? When I grow up, I want to be blank. What did you want to be when you grew up?
This is like so far off topic, but I wanted to be an astronaut. Like
Oh, love.
I love space. I think it's like the coolest thing. Like I will still go outside and I will just like hang my head and look at the stars. I'm
Literally.
so into it still. I just was like that's where I need to be is probably in space. So actually
Probably.
maybe if I wanted to live anywhere, it was probably space.
I love that. That's so Angelo, to be honest. When he goes
Yeah.
outside, he's just looking at the sky, like, oh my gosh. At my parents, because small town, he's like, there's so many stars here. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's so
I
cute.
the other day my mom and I we were walking from the sugar house back to her house just to go grab some stuff and it was like nighttime. I was just like hanging my head looking at the stars and I was just walking into her and she's like, "Can you just walk straight for a second?" I was like, "Sure, but the Big Dipper is right there."
Like, how can I focus when it's right
Yeah.
there?
One time I was taking Hunter home from work when we worked at a barbecue place, and she was like, "Oh my God, Marissa, look out the window. The moon is so big. We have to say hi to the moon. She's so powerful." And I was like, it's so funny because you hear me just talking about how Hunter grew up on a farm and she showed cows, and but she's
Yeah.
like, "The moon, I love
Yeah.
her."
She is energy.
That's awesome.
It's really funny. So growing up, we grew up in small towns and we
Mhm.
actually met at the county fair, like we were saying. And as I've grown older, I feel like I've gravitated away from the small town living. And Erica was just saying that she's like talked about living in a small town again. How do you feel about living in a small town, or is this something that you want to do when you're older? I know you kind of already talked about like wanting to live
Mhm.
like by your family.
Yeah, I never really like thought like too much into like small town versus this versus that
Mhm.
until I got older. But like I love it. I'm in Spencer's house, but I love that everyone knows who my family is, knows who I am. Like it's like my favorite place to be. Like I don't know.
Oh,
It's just nice and there's like no better feeling than like running up the road and seeing my grandparents and then going over to my
Yeah.
sister's house that she just built and seeing her and then go seeing my mom and then just seeing everybody outside and just being with them. So,
no.
yeah, I love it.
Would you say that was your favorite thing growing up in a small town is just having everybody so close?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like having like literally just having my grandparents right like if I got in a fight with my sister, I could just run up
Mhm.
to talk to my grandpa and be like,
Aw.
"She's a bitch." Like, so
I
I'm
love
gonna hang
that.
out with you today.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that was my and also I would say like when I do go out and I'm talking to someone, they're like, "Oh, you're Belinda's daughter. Oh, you're John's granddaughter." And it's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
like nice to like be like, "Yeah, that's me."
And I feel like
Yeah.
that really is true about all of the towns that you're saying because like your family is like a prevalent family. You have a big family and everybody knows
hmm
at least one of you from
Yeah,
like just talking.
yeah.
Yeah. So you said you had animals growing up. Do you see yourself raising animals when you get older?
Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed with myself because I absolutely hated it when
Hmm.
I was showing. Like
Mm.
I was like, "Mom, I don't want to be out here walking my cow in laps for hours
Yeah.
and hours and washing it and I want to go hang out with my friends and be bad and whatever I wanted to
Yep.
do." But now I'm like, I want chickens now and I'm gonna have cows and I'm gonna have my kids show cows and they're gonna hate it and I can't wait.
Why is this
So,
me?
yeah.
Yes. I feel the same way just about the small town life in general. I was always like, I just want to be a rebel. Like, I want to move away. I'm gonna go to the big city,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, oh my God, I also want chickens. I'm like, I
Yeah.
would really like to have a horse. Like, oh, can't get away from it.
It's so funny because I feel like if I would have asked Hunter that question 3 years ago,
Yeah.
it would have been a different
Different.
answer.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
How do you feel about them running the maple syrup business? Is that going to become your little baby?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm like,
we need the backstory. I'm like I'm lost. I mean, I put together the context clues, but for the listeners, can you give us the backstory on this maple syrup business? I'm so intrigued.
okay, maple syrup farm, my family's farm. That's like
Love.
the whole basis of it. So I don't know exactly what year they started, but they
Hmm.
started when my grandpa John, he was a kid. And they'd just been making syrup ever since.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we're still like one of the farms that just do it like the old-fashioned way. Like we go
Mm.
out and we gather with the buckets, we put it in the gathering tank. We boil it down through an evaporator, and it is like that's like my favorite time of the year. Like I love summer,
That's
I love
awesome.
being out, like being warm and stuff, but syrup season is so much fun. We have so many people from everywhere come just to see it. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to take it over. I know like my sister also feels the same way, so I'll have her support and everything. And yeah, just definitely every year I learn a little bit more about it because it is so like sciencey and complex when you get down to it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We should
I
have
love it.
maybe we should have a maple syrup episode like start to
Oh
finish
yeah.
and we could have Hunter on and we could just go through it. That would be really, really cool. Angela's
I've
mom just started
yeah.
like tapping her tree in the backyard. Like literally just in the backyard. I was like,
Yeah.
that's so wild. That's
So many
amazing.
people do it now. Like cause like the internet, like they're like, oh my gosh, you can
Yeah.
make your own maple syrup. So then they go and try it. And like, it is so cool to see like everyone trying to do that. I don't know. And then you can talk about it with more people. But yeah,
Yeah.
we can definitely do an episode because I have
That'd be
so many
cool.
pictures and videos. I can do
Ah,
demonstrations
that'd
and
be amazing.
yeah.
Wait, Marissa, we should go. to Hunter's family's farm and like vlog it and then do it as an
Yeah.
episode. That would be freaking cool. I've seen a lot of podcasters now. This is a tangent, but this is like a new thing I've seen of like, I don't know if you guys know Alex Earl, but like podcasters that are now vlogging kind of, but
Mm.
they'll bring their microphones and then they put it out as a podcast.
Oh, I feel like
That
I
would be
have seen
Oh,
that.
cool. I kind of
That
love
would
that
be.
idea. Let's mark that down. I love that. I'm gonna have to start buying my maple syrup from you guys because I'm a big like real
yeah.
maple syrup person too. I
It's
Yes,
like a
Erica.
rite of passage when you meet like Hunter's family.
It's
You know
amazing.
that you're a good friend when you get invited to this sugar shack.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
Aw,
you know you've made it. Like you go
Yeah.
on like a Friday night and they're boiling the syrup and
that's
you're just sitting
amazing.
there and then all of a sudden like you're just being offered what did your like your
Jalapeno moonshine.
yeah, like her uncle was like, "Here, you have to try this." And I was like, "I'm
Wow.
scared."
Spicy Marg
Yeah.
on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
like made me take it. He was like, "No, you're here. You have to get integrated."
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Like this is the juice and you're gonna drink it.
Yeah. So with that, are there any other traditions that you have like during syrup season other than being offered jalapeno moonshine?
I was trying to think about this. Like, I don't really think we have like any set in stone like traditions. Like, I feel like it was like 3 years ago, like I made t-shirts for everybody that
Oh,
like
that's
they
cute.
can wear. So like we always say like wear your uniform today so we can get pictures. And my mom will always make like pancakes and breakfast like every time we're like actually boiling and stuff. But I wouldn't say like any like set in stone traditions that like we necessarily follow. It's just we kind of just do the same thing every year. So
hmm
yeah,
I think all
Works.
of it in itself is like a
the
tradition.
tradition. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Okay, Erica, do you want to take the next
Let's
questions?
go. Okay, so as we know, and by we I mean Marissa, you grew up being a three-sport athlete in high school and having a job. So this is something we've been talking about more recently. Is just like, I don't know, giving people their flowers, if you will, on doing so much at once. So we want to know what was the transition to college like from high school,
Mhm.
athletics wise, and then time wise or like school aspect of it as well.
Yeah, so I like sports were my whole life in high school. Like I literally like that's what why I went to school every day is so I could go
Hmm.
to practice, so I could compete, like all that stuff. So transitioning to college was pretty hard for me because it was the first time since I was what like 3 years old that I didn't play sports,
Wow.
and I was like, what's going on? So I don't know. It was hard to like kind of fill my time there, and I struggled for like the first 2 years of college just
Yeah.
because of that aspect alone. And then like school wise. I was very good in high school. Like I understood what was going on, and then in college, I was like, "Wait, I don't understand
Yeah.
anything." I
Yeah.
had no clue what was going on. I couldn't get help. I really struggled, so I just had to fake it till I made it. And I was like,
Mm.
"Okay, I'm done." Like that's it. But yeah, the sports things was definitely a struggle and definitely a huge transition for me.
Do you
What?
feel like you had a lot more time because you weren't doing all the sports and you like didn't know
Oh
what to
my
do
God.
with your time?
Yes, I was like, I have one class a day and then I just sit here all
Do
day
nothing.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, what do I do? And I never realized how busy I was like in high school
Mhm.
and stuff, but I was just go, go, go all the
Yeah.
time. And then after I was like, wait, what do I do with myself?
This
Honestly, I
might
don't
be a
know.
great interview for Madeline to watch, our recent guest, because Madeline's in the high school part right now and she's about to go off to college and not play sports. And she's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to play sports anymore. So I think it's going to be super interesting for
Yeah,
her. But
and
what,
Hunter played
Yeah.
soccer too,
yeah, what
so
were your sports is what I was going to ask you. What were your sports?
Yeah, I did soccer, basketball, and track. And I played
Okay.
co-ed soccer and then basketball, all the girls, and then thank God. And then yeah, track.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then, as you moved through college, did you find yourself like desiring to be active since you weren't anymore? Like you had to find new
Yes.
ways to bring the activity in, and how did you do that?
I actually started working out outside of sports as well in high school. Like I started doing CrossFit and then that kind
Mm,
of got me into lifting and I just kind of like taught myself from there. So like at a very like I would say like 17, like I was very good at lifting and very good at like making workouts and working out on my own. Um and I would do that outside of sports. So then I just kind of took that into college as well and like I was just like that's all I thought about. I was just like, okay, what am I gonna do for my workout today? And I'm still like very into that mindset.
yeah,
So I don't know, it wasn't like that big of a transition for me to like start working out on my own, but it was like, why am I working out? I had to like find that new purpose, which was
yeah.
hard for me.
Yeah, and I
That's
feel like
interesting.
you had a good foundation because like obviously in sports like in high school and stuff you have to like do lifting classes and stuff to
Hmm.
like or like do conditioning with your team just so you can like stay in
True.
shape. So I feel like you had good foundations, but like repurposing those foundations for what you wanted like
Yeah.
athletics to look like for you and like as an adult.
Yeah. And I like didn't know. I was like, what do I train for? And then when I
Yeah.
do figure it out, like what do I even do for that? Because like my biggest thing was always being like, okay, I need to run faster, I need to jump higher, I need to be able to run this long and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
But now I'm like, okay, well I guess I'm just gonna try and look hot. Like I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, but you also do challenge yourself. Like
Yeah.
you do train for things.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Not
Now I
most
do.
not the most streamlined way of training because you do go a little bit crazy. So me and Hunter ran our first half marathon together and then she was like, I'm gonna do a full marathon and she decided that she was only gonna train up to what, like 15 miles?
I never train for distance. I just train for
Yeah.
time because I don't know. There's this girl that I follow. Her name's Chase Bird, I think, and she's like an
Oh, uh-huh.
influencer and she runs and she was like the way I got better at running is training for time. And because whenever I run like for distance, I just like want to just get it done and I'll run as fast as I can. And I just found it not sustainable. So
Right.
I just started training for time and then finally I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna run for 3 hours and 45 minutes today, see how
Wow.
far I get and then hopefully that'll be enough training. So
That's funny.
I feel like
What
me and
and was
Hunter
it? Did you do a marathon? Was it
I
enough
did do
training?
a marathon and it was the worst thing I've ever done. I felt like I'm glad I did it. I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm proud of myself and it was really cool to experience. But by mile 18, I'm like, oh, this is like really, really hard. And then
Yeah.
by mile 21, I'm running through Columbus. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God.
I'm gonna go hide in that Aldi because I'm fucking done with this. I'm fully checked out and I'm like in agonizing pain and it's for like the nationwide kids and everything
Yeah.
and they're like smiling and I'm like in tears and I'm
Yeah.
like I am like being a baby right now and I
Oh
need
my
to get it
gosh.
together.
I feel like it's so humbling when you go and run a race like that because it's
Mm,
always for some like charitable organization. You're
yeah.
always like running for a
Hmm.
charity. And when you see the kids from like, I know the rock and roll half that we did was like for St. Jude and they didn't have
Hmm.
the kids there, but you know, like you're going for a
Yeah.
good cause and then
Yeah,
you're just complaining the whole time. So you feel
Oh,
bad about complaining,
you
but
do.
like it's all you have to do.
That's you should like and I literally kept saying, "Well, how lucky am I that I get to feel this
yeah.
much in pain at mile 22 when I'm about to be done?" Like I just had to keep saying that to
Yeah.
myself. And
Hmm.
then my family was like like it was funny too because during the race I was like really ahead of time and everyone's like, "Wow, Hunter's going so fast." And then at mile 19 I just really dropped off and then everyone's like, "Where'd she go?"
Yeah,
And
and
I
I
just
remember I was watching Hunter's like tracking too because I wanted
Yeah.
to like make sure that I'd like text her when she finished. And I saw her because I think I was driving somewhere and I was like, oh, by the time we get there, like she should be almost done. And she had like not moved at all. But
She was in Aldi.
she was booking it for like the first 3 hours. And I was like, damn, she's
Mhm.
doing great. Like this is
Wow.
awesome. And then I texted her and like 2 hours later, she's like, okay, I finished.
like the last 8 miles were just so bad. So I was
Oh,
like, and everyone's like, "Where'd you go?" And I was like, "Oh, I just was dying back there."
you're like,
So
I was here.
yeah, just really bad.
Damn.
And Hunter did tell me that she would never run a marathon again, but I have guilt tripped her into running one with me next year when we both turn 26, if I can
Fun.
keep my legs not broken.
Yeah, there, yeah, there is something to that. So
Yeah. Yeah, Hunter can do it. Her body doesn't break every time she runs. My
That's
body,
good.
it does like to break.
That's good. I know I went to the doctor. I was like, I keep breaking a bone like every year. Like, is that okay? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna order some extra testing. Like, we're gonna get some extra blood work. I think we should figure out your vitamin problem.
Yeah, I've started taking a calcium supplement twice a day, so I'm
Yeah.
hopeful that that will help me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Well,
so where did you go to college? I know we went on a
yeah.
big tangent
Big tangent.
about
Love.
running and everything, but we were talking about your high school to college transition. So
yeah,
where did you go to college and what was your major?
I went to Ohio University for sport management.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was. I mean, everyone knows like what OU is known for, and that's exactly what it was. It was so
Yeah.
funny too, because like in high school, everyone's like, I was kind of known as like the party girl in high school. And then everyone's like, oh, she's just gonna go and party and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no, like
I'm gonna
I'm
do
not gonna do
school.
that. yeah, I'm gonna do school, but like that's literally all there is to do
Yeah.
there. And I just like didn't realize that. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, you guys were right.
It's
So,
actually hard to realize. I did a visit there. My friend and I were like, I don't think we're going to OU, but let's just go see it. And it's
yeah.
gorgeous. That's the problem. It's
Hmm.
like, oh, it's gorgeous.
So
And we
pretty.
couldn't tell that there were like parties going on. And so we were like, no, like this could totally be like just a normal place. But you're right. Like once you see the culture, it's a very party culture.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like the more like you get into like your junior and senior year, that's all you do. That's
Hmm.
Hmm.
literally like what your like lifestyle revolves around. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we have this party this day, this party this day, this party this day, and it's so
Yeah.
exhausting.
That is
So
exhausting.
you're talking a little bit about like the experience of like going to a party school and everything. So how has like going to that school changed the way that like your personality developed when you were in
Mm.
college?
I don't know. It
Yeah.
made me like I don't know. It was a great time and everything, and I'm definitely grateful for the people that I met, but it definitely made me realize like that kind of sucks. Like living that way and like that
Hmm.
lifestyle. Like I felt like there was a lot of times when I'd wake up and I literally felt miserable. I'm like, and
Yeah.
then you'd have to go to a party that day. And that was literally like the only way to be social. And I was just exhausted doing it by like the second part of my senior year. I was like, this is
Hmm.
like the worst thing ever. And so I think that really just drug it all out of me and I have released that part of me. So
That's
yeah, it's
funny.
gone.
I
It's
wouldn't stand
gone.
a chance at this school. I'm like already felt like I partied a lot at Ohio State and I really didn't. I mean, I did for a minute, but it was hard and
Yeah.
fast for like a few months and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so tired."
Yeah, for like football season, you like go
Yes.
out and like you know, for all the games and then it's kind of done, but like OU's like
Just all the time.
every day. Like it's
Yeah.
every day.
Oh my God.
So,
Exhausting.
So going to a school like OU, did it change the way that you like interact like with people and like socialize now and like the party culture and like moving on from that?
oh yeah, it's definitely changed like every like after I got out of college, I was like I'm not going to drink so much. And then I started to really like that. And then
Hmm.
I would see like my old friends from college still drinking like that much, and I'm like, no, that's cool, but like I probably won't hang out with you as much. And
Yeah.
like I miss them and I miss that part of our lives and stuff, but I don't miss the way all of that made me feel and like
Yeah.
what I felt like emotionally and stuff. So I love like trying new things now. Like I have new hobbies now and like it's
Yeah.
not just drinking and it's great. Yeah, I
That's
definitely
a
Yeah.
feel so much better.
Yeah, that's a hard transition. I think we don't talk about that enough, like the transition out of the party scene because I feel
Hmm.
like when I went pretty hard for 2 years. I feel like at Ohio State, like freshman senior, no, freshman sophomore year went hard, and then junior senior year I was more of like, okay, let's get an apartment, let's be wholesome, coffee
Hmm.
shops on the weekends, like just not drinking as much. But it really is a whole different group of people, and some people come with you, and some
Yeah.
people you leave them behind naturally, not for any reason other than like I can't be out all night anymore and that's what you want to do. So like we're not hanging out
Yeah.
anymore. And the transition of friendship in that time is honestly it's hard on top of choosing to no longer
So
party. It's
hard.
they're both two really strong choices that you have to make together. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I totally agree. Like there are like friend groups and stuff that like I we still love each other and we still talk every day, but it's
Yeah.
just like we don't mesh and we don't hang out as much anymore and like that's okay and like I feel fine about that and like
Right.
I'm happy about where I'm at and sometimes like it is hard for like some people to see like that this is good for me
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like maybe one
That's
day
hard.
you'll feel the same but like you're
Yeah.
not and that's okay too like everyone just we're all older now we're all in different parts of our lives and that's so
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people grow up differently than
It's
others.
so
Like
true.
Mhm.
some people are able to like you can keep drinking in your life and whatever and like you can
Yeah.
still be a mature person, but other people
Oh
it's
yeah.
like it doesn't serve you. Like you're an active person. You want to be able to wake up at
Mhm.
5 a.m. and go to the gym before you go to work.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
and you want to keep a normal routine on the weekends too. Like of course everybody loves sleeping in, but if you drink every single night on the weekend, then you're not really keeping a steady routine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like feel like the most like accomplished and stuff when I'm able to wake up early on the weekends and like do
Same.
this with you guys and like or I can
Yeah.
go and finish painting my house or something and those are just things I couldn't do living that
Mm-hmm.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we need like a We Run on Coffee Girls Club or something like this. We need to start a We Run on Coffee Girls
Yes.
Club, like hot girl walks in the city,
Yeah.
coffee shops on the weekends, thrifting, like whatever we can do. That would be
Oh
really,
my
really
gosh.
fun.
Someone
Yes.
please teach me how to thrift. Teach me,
Let's
teach me,
go.
teach me.
Okay. I'll hit you up. We'll have our little girls club. My friend Taylor, she's like
Yes,
a
please.
professional thrifter. She's so good.
Yay.
She literally was a professional
She
thrifter. She
literally
did it
was.
as
She
a
started a
job
business.
and
Yes.
Oh
she
my
like
gosh,
flipped
that's so
clothes.
cool.
She's really got an
Wow.
eye for like the vintage stuff at we'll go to like Volunteers of America, where stuff is like literally a
Yeah,
dollar and she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this is vintage 1990 whatever." I'm like, "Oh my god."
that
She's
is
so
so
good.
cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun times. Anyway,
So
big
you were
tangent.
talking about your major and you were a sports management major, and
Yeah.
I know a little bit about your transition out of college and into like the working world, but what was the transition like? What was the job searching process like? And now what do you do for work?
So, oh my gosh, I feel like everyone always is always like, you're not going to do what your major is, blah blah blah, and that is so true for me. So the job search was like awful. First of all,
Hmm.
people like companies, they post fake jobs all the time, so
Oh,
that's messed
yeah.
up. I probably applied to like 100 jobs like while I was still in college, like
Yeah.
that last like year. And then out of it, I was still applying to so many jobs every single day when I was jobless and just like living at home and stuff. But now I work in software sales at Quest Software in Dublin. And I don't know, I love it. Like I love how the company is and I love like all the things that they do for us and like all the aspects are great and stuff, but that's like I'm like I don't know anything about software and it's like it's so hard for me to pick up on, but I don't know. It's been really great and like it's such a young company. Like I work with people that I went to college with and like that I know and so yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's so weird because I remember Hunter would literally text me every day and she's like, "Well, I applied to 400 more jobs and I got
Yeah.
like one interview."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like that always happens like out of college. I mean, and jobs are so few and far between, especially in like niche areas like sports management. Like you have to
Yeah.
find a team, you have to find a position open on their team and stuff like that. So it's hard to make that
hmm
transition, especially when like the field is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And
I
it
imagine
is
it's
hard.
competitive too.
Oh, it's so competitive and the jobs that you compete for in the sport world,
hmm
you're making 30K a year, you're working
Yeah.
80 hours a week, and I'm like, listen, I love sports. I think that's so fun and cool, and I love
hmm
to root for the Browns, whatever. But I'm not about to
Boo.
go, I'm not like, about to go bust my ass
Yeah.
for 30K a
For
year.
nothing.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make some good money and then I'm gonna go shopping. So
Oh yeah.
that's what I'm
Exactly.
gonna do.
Hell yeah.
And Hunter loves shopping. So
I
if
love
she's making
Same.
shopping.
30K a year, she would not be painting her house because
I
all
would
Right.
of
be
her money
sad.
would go to clothes.
Okay,
I'd be
so what I hear is that we're going thrifting and we're going shopping. Hunter and I are going to be hanging out.
Yes.
Sorry, Marissa.
Yes, we have
That's
to.
okay. Okay, you talked a
Amazing.
little bit about how you have new hobbies now that you've like transitioned out of
Yeah.
college. What are your new hobbies?
Oh my gosh, when people ask me that, I'm like, what do I do? Um,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. I definitely am still like living in that active lifestyle space. Like I
hmm
definitely like challenge myself with new things like every so often throughout the year. But yeah, I am learning a little bit of French now.
Ooh.
I'm trying to still learn how to play my guitar. My Aunt Mary got me a guitar. She's the sweetest woman ever. And I'm still trying to learn it. I need to just like sign up for classes and go because
Girl, maybe
that's
we
what
should
will
do
keep me
this
focused.
together. I just got a
She got a
Jeez.
guitar too.
guitar.
I
Oh
got a
my God, this
guitar
would be
and I like
perfect.
it's really hard to just start because it's so complex. It's not like a piano where each key
Yes.
does a thing. It's like there's different places you can hold the strings. I'm like,
Yes.
but I want to learn. I want to be able to play like some acoustic country songs. Like that's my goal.
Yes. Spencer, he plays the guitar and he's like pretty good at it. And like,
Dang.
but I don't know why I play left-handed. I don't know why. But I always
Interesting.
have. I played
Yeah.
like Guitar Hero when I was younger left-handed.
Yes.
So now it just comes natural to me to hold it that way. And he
Interesting.
can't teach me because of it.
Mm,
And
mm.
so it's like hard. And then when he does try to teach me and he like corrects me, I'm like, shut the hell up. Shut the
Yep.
hell up.
Yep.
I'm like, get out of my face.
Like stop picking on me.
Yeah, I'm like, you're being mean.
Stop.
What else do I do? Oh my gosh, wait, I wrote them down. Let me see what I even said
Oh, I
for
love
this.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely home improvement. Gonna
That's
get
fun.
chickens. Those are hobbies. Those are
Heck
happening.
yeah.
Um, I have an online shopping problem.
Mm.
This is a
This is
bad
now a
hobby to have.
hobby.
This is a hobby. This is a
Yeah.
bad hobby, but it's a hobby. I do it every single day. I can't stop. It's my social media is online
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like I think the day that I delete all my shopping apps is the day that I'm like my soul is awakened. Like
Yeah.
I I have to get rid of it. I don't know. And then I would say just like hang out with my family. Like that is like what I do in my free time the most. I'm
Yeah.
always going over there, seeing my nephews, watching my other nieces and nephews play sports, or just like helping out on the farm. That's what I
I
Aw.
feel so similar to you. This is really funny just
do.
because I didn't know a lot about you. Obviously, I knew you're Marissa's friend. I have you on Instagram, but that's pretty surface. But I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, wait, that's what I do. I spend all my time with family. That's like all
Yeah.
we do. That's
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
fun. I like that.
You didn't mention one of your hobbies. You make crystal jewelry. So what made you start making jewelry?
Fun.
So I got like super into crystals because I needed something to pull me out of a dark hole. I was in a bad relationship for my first 2 years
Mm-hmm.
of college, and I really was
Hmm.
like, what is going to help me? Oh,
Yeah.
crystals are actually like they work. So I was like, these are gonna help me. And then I ended up just like seeing like on TikTok like girls like making crystal jewelry, and I was like, that
Hmm.
looks so easy. I can definitely do that. And so I just went and got all the supplies for it, and I just started making it, and people really liked it, and I would like
Fun.
sell it. I would sell it all the time. But I've actually stopped for like the past 2 years. I don't know, it's just something that I like get into and then I get out of it
Yep.
again. And now that I'm not in Athens, actually, I don't have a crystal place to go
Oh
to like get all
yeah.
of my things.
Mm.
So because this cute little old couple, they have this little house and they travel around the world like every so often,
Oh
and
my
they bring
God.
back all of these like cool crystals, and they sell them for so cheap, and they're just the kindest people. They teach
That's
me how to
amazing.
do things, and I don't have them now. So I'm like,
Yeah.
if I do get back into it, I need to like plan like a monthly trip to Athens to go and
Yeah.
get my things and then
Stock
come
up.
back and then craft up.
That's cute.
Which one
Yeah.
is your favorite crystal?
Oh my gosh, Marissa, don't ask me this. I don't know. I have like a whole tray of them literally like right behind me. I don't know right now what my favorite one would be, because I feel like whenever I was like I needed them, I would
Yeah.
have each one that would serve its purpose for me.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. I am a lovey-dovey girly, so I do love my rose quartz. I'll say that.
Yeah, you love a pink one.
Yeah, and pink.
I also
Okay.
have a crystal on my mantle. I have one crystal in my whole house, but I do
I
have
have
one.
I have
Bless
one
it.
right here. I have a little rose quartz
Oh,
ghosty.
that's cute.
Cute.
I'll
And
show
then I
mine to you.
have this little guy. He's a little skull I got from a museum.
Ooh,
And then I have a black onyx little Groot.
Oh
that's
my
cute.
gosh, I'm crying.
These are so hard
Wait,
to
are
like
any
see
of
on
these
here.
wait, were we together for this? I don't remember, but we went to Occoquan and we went to a
Yeah,
little yeah, were any of them from
yeah.
there?
Yeah, these two, the little
Okay.
rose quartz guy and then the little
Cute.
Groot guy are from
I
there.
forget what this one's called, but I have one of these. A little geode, but it has the white kind of crystal inside. I forget. It was called something. But anyways,
It might
that's
just be
mine.
quartz.
Yeah, something basic. And do you want another reason I got it? It's because it's aesthetic,
Thank
not because of
you.
what it does.
And it
But I
sparkles.
forget. I have still have the little card that says what it is. I just keep forgetting, but I have it upstairs.
Mhm.
Cute.
Okay, last question before we get into the hot seat questions. What
Woohoo.
is your favorite way to be active now?
Okay, I love Orange Theory.
Oh, Orange Theory
I'm
girly.
so competitive, so I absolutely love like I and this is bad. Like you're not supposed to do this when you're in a gym, but it really helps me go, like keep going. Like I will look down at the person's treadmill next to me and I'm like, okay, I'm running faster than them. I feel better. And I'm like, I'll just keep going. But yeah, that's like my favorite way to be active. The class goes by so quick. You run, you lift, you row, and like I found myself to be pretty good at it, and I love
Heck
an
yeah.
ego boost. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
That's
Have you
awesome.
fallen into the Pilates craze?
Oh.
Yes,
I
Oh,
feel
I
like
really?
so many
do.
people are doing Pilates right now.
I don't do it on the reformers. I do hot Pilates classes just like on a mat, and I do bar classes. I'll mix those in as well. I love doing classes because it really helps me like stay focused, and it keeps me on
Yeah.
track with everything. And
Mhm.
you know, if you're there, they're gonna make you do it. So you might as
Right.
well get into it. So
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
as I've gotten older, I've liked classes a little bit more too. I feel like
Yeah.
Hmm.
it's like as you get to be an adult, it's hard to make new friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's an easy way to like just go out and like be with people around your age. Like you don't necessarily have to be friends with them, but like it just
Hmm.
gives you like the socialization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like refuse to go to a public gym. You won't see me there. I just
Yeah.
finally ended my public gym membership in January, and I hadn't gone for like 3 months because I
Yeah.
put a gym downstairs in my basement.
Hmm.
There's a
Mm,
full
nice.
lifting gym down there. I have a sauna down there, and I'm never going back to a public gym. I hate
Dang. I
them.
love that. That's amazing.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us before we do hot seat questions?
Guys, I'm literally on your podcast. This is crazy.
I
I'm on your podcast. I listen to your podcast every week.
love it.
I
Stop.
literally like no, like I can't believe I'm on it and I'm so excited and you guys are so cool.
Thanks. Oh my
How
God,
does
I'm
it
so
feel?
excited. Marissa and I really had a conversation recently. This is very candid, but Marissa and I were like, do we keep doing the podcast? Like we had a second where we are like, let's stop, let's
Yeah.
pause and like let's reflect on what we've done. And actually, as we were starting this episode, I was thinking we cannot stop. Like it's so much
Yeah.
Hmm.
fun to bring our friends on here and our family and anybody. People, I want to bring some small business owners on. I just think it's so much fun and we
Yeah.
can't stop. But thank you for saying that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad we
feel
have
like
at least one listener every week.
yeah, I look forward to every week. I'm like, what are they gonna be talking about this week? I'm like, and everyone's always like, I like, because I've told like all my family about it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be on Marissa's podcast, and they're
Aw,
like, what podcast? And like, I tell them, and they're like, well,
aw.
what does she talk about? I'm like, I don't know. She just be chit chatting with her
Everything.
friend, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, like everything. I'm like, numerology, Survivor, like whatever you think. Also, I'm a huge Survivor fan. I want to go on Survivor. I
Okay,
literally
you two need to go together.
Are you
no.
watching this season?
Yes, I think I'm caught up. Yeah, I'm caught up.
I
Okay.
actually am Marissa. I'm actually watching this season and I didn't watch this week though, but I'm
Okay.
mostly caught up.
Okay. I have to text Hunter about this week.
Okay.
Okay. I don't wait, actually, I think I missed the last like 20 minutes. I know I missed the
Okay.
part that everyone's freaking out about.
Mm.
Mhm.
I haven't seen that part yet,
I didn't
but
even know we were
Okay.
freaking out yet. That's how
No,
behind
the
I am.
whole episode, Erica, this week was
Oh
crazy.
my God. Wait, I'm excited. I was gonna bring this up too. I was like, I wonder if we want to start doing the Survivor recaps again. I don't know, but I have been watching and I've been quite enjoying it. I
I
like
love
it.
when you guys do those.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So did Grace. So maybe we should start again. I don't know.
Mhm.
I think I might like this season a little better than the last one too.
I
Not gonna
think
lie.
so.
It's just a little better.
It
But yeah.
is.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so many tangents, but you're on our
Okay.
podcast.
You
I'm on
are.
it.
It is so fun. And I'm so glad that, like, I don't know. It feels like the thing we were saying is like, it just doesn't feel worth it because we don't know that people are listening because we
Yeah,
do get such few
Yeah.
listens. But like, just hearing like good feedback is helpful
it
too.
is. It
Well,
really is.
if this is like something that would help you guys keep going, I just feel like whenever you guys are older and you guys have finally stopped doing the podcast, you're gonna be like, what was I doing when I was younger? And then you can go give your podcast
Yeah.
a listen. And I think
Hmm.
that is like so cute. Like
Hmm.
this is so cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just keep
Thank
going.
you. I know.
Keep
I do
going
think
until it
about that
doesn't
too.
feel right.
I keep thinking about that when I do my YouTube because I post on YouTube every single week and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting tired. But the thing is, I'm getting tired, but the videos are getting more views. Like I'm getting more followers. I'm like, wait,
Hmm.
not it starting to work after I'm exhausted doing this for
Yeah.
8 years. But I'm like, I always think about it as like a diary to my kids. I'm like, my kids can watch this someday and be like, what? That's what my mom did when she was 23. She bought a house. Like, what the hell? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that part of it is really cool to me. I really like thinking about that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Erica,
Anyways.
you go into the hot seat
Hot seat
questions.
questions. Let's go. Okay, so if you guys are listening, don't know, we always ask our guests a few hot seat questions at the end that are kind of rapid fire, but just random fun questions that we can just go right through. So, first things first, are you a morning person or a night owl? I feel like you gave us a little insight earlier, but we'll see what you say.
Yeah, I'm a morning person. I used to be like a night owl, maybe
Yeah.
when I was younger, but I'm definitely like I love waking up in the mornings. I love getting shit done. And
Yep.
after I get it done, I'm like, oh, I feel so accomplished. My day's good.
I feel the
Hmm.
same way. I was just telling Angela the other day, I think I need to honestly just like know myself a little better this year and stick to that instead of trying to be something I'm not because I'm like when I wake up at like 7, 8 in the morning, I can get so much shit done. And then by the time it hits 2 p.m., I'm done. I want to hang out, I want to relax, I want to play
Hmm.
video games, I want to watch TV, I want to work on the house, whatever. And I keep trying to force myself into this like 9 to 5 mold of life. And then I'm wonder why by the end of the day I'm exhausted. I don't want to do shit. I never get anything done. I'm like I need to
Hmm.
work to myself. Like I need to get up earlier and do the thing. So I agree.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Very productive in
Yeah,
the
I
morning.
feel like I I used to always like stay up late in like college and stuff. And like when I first
Yeah.
got a job, like I worked late hours. I worked from 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So of course I was like a night owl then. But I feel
Yeah.
like the older and older I get, the more I'm like, okay, I like waking up at 6 and I
Hmm.
like getting up and getting things done.
Hmm.
It's hard and it's good. Like I have a hard
Hmm.
time getting up early, but I never regret it, like almost
Hmm.
ever. So, anyways, we like to call it hot seat and say it's rapid fire, but then we sit here and talk through every
Then
single
we chit
question,
chat.
whatever. Okay, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Or like, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is watermelon. And like I
Oh,
feel like that'd be terrible to eat every day, but like
true.
I don't know what else I would pick. So I'm just gonna have to
Yeah.
go with that.
That's a good one.
I love watermelon too. That's a
Yeah,
really good one.
Yeah.
like
Good
my
answer.
thing.
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Thanks, thanks.
Okay. This one is super fun. I think we can all share for this one because that's what we usually do. But do you use Spotify? And if so, what's your day list right now? Can you
Let
look
me
and
pull
tell
it up.
us?
Yeah, I do use
This is so much
Spotify. If
fun.
you use anything else,
What are you
you're
doing?
crazy. No,
At
you're
Natalie.
crazy. Yeah.
Mm,
I know Natalie's out there on Apple
I
Podcast right now
know.
listening to us.
Kyle uses Spotify for podcasts, but he listens to all of his music on Apple Music. And I'm like, this
Ugh,
is stupid.
what
It'd
are you
be
doing?
hard for him to transfer it over now, so I get it. But
Yeah.
come
They
on.
should have like an easy transfer. You know, when you get a new laptop and it like
Yeah.
transfers your info, they should have like a music app transfer. That'd be funny.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
My day list is country love songs, stomping grounds Sunday morning.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, and then I always ask this. Give us a few of the artists that are like in the playlist, just like a couple top people.
Okay, let's see. We got Morgan Wallen,
Love.
like Eli Young Band, Hardy,
Ugh.
Riley Green.
Ugh, speaking my language. These are my favorite.
Yeah, just like all of the big country artists in
Love
this
it.
one that
Okay,
I'm
so
seeing.
on a similar vein, mine is acoustic country backroads Sunday morning. I was already listening to this to get coffee. We're having, okay, like Brantley Gilbert, Cody Johnson, Brooks and Dunn, kind of a different country vibe, a little Ella Langley, Warren Ziders, people like that, John Party. So that's my day list. And now I know that Marissa is going to be so opposite of whatever we just said.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like crazy. It's motivation based Sunday morning.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like Connor Price, Nick D,
That's a fun vibe though.
Graham, G
Hmm.
Easy, I guess.
Oh, G-Eazy.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
G-Eazy.
So random.
Yeah.
Wait, I love that. All right, Marissa, I mean, not Marissa, Hunter, are you a country girly? I'm assuming.
Yes, I am a big, I love like country concerts are like my favorite thing to go to.
Girl,
I
buy
love
my
like when
tickets to
people
stand in
drop.
my boots.
Oh my gosh, I saw you were selling them.
Yes.
I
Dude, it's so
actually was like
depressing.
trying to find tickets really, really bad
Yeah.
because my sister and her husband were going.
No
And
way.
yeah, so they were gonna go and my brother-in-law, he's still gonna go, but my sister's like, I can't leave my son, like I just don't want to leave him that
Yeah.
for that long yet. And I was like, oh well, I want to go.
Yeah.
And
Heck
Jacob,
yeah.
my brother-in-law, he's like, no, I'll take
Oh,
Spencer. And I'm like,
how rude.
I know. So I was like, and Spencer's like, yeah, I'll
Damn.
go. And I'm like, actually, you're not going. Actually,
Yeah,
that's not
I'll
how that's
go
gonna
and
work.
leave you so I
Yeah.
can
And
go.
so I was trying to, so I was
That's
gonna
funny.
like tell him to take Jacob's ticket and then I was gonna try and find a ticket.
Yeah.
And then we were like, wait, this is actually super expensive.
It's
Like,
so expensive,
yeah.
girl. You're
So we
telling
were kind
me.
of like, I guess not.
Yep, it's really sad. I know. I've been trying to sell my tickets, and I even have an Airbnb. I'm like, if I know you, I'll give you the Airbnb too. I'll throw it all in. But it's so depressing because I want to be there so bad. Like the
Why
lineup
can't you
is
go?
unbeatable. Um, so here's the thing: if we can't sell it, honestly, we're gonna go, but we're gonna miss the entire Sunday, which just kind of sucks. That's worst
Oh.
case scenario. But I need to be back in Columbus, the next morning. Like my flight's at 7 a.m. to go to Yellowstone. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah. So
It's
I'm
a
like,
lot.
it would really save me so much money and time if I could just sell them. So I've been, grinding on the Instagram stories, the Facebook, the marketplace. They're everywhere. So if anyone's listening and you want tickets, hit me up, please.
Well,
I'm begging.
let me look into my schedule one more time because I like
I
I
love
was
it.
like talking about the concert yesterday because I'm just like the lineup is
It's
so cool.
unbeatable.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
like this
I
would be a
know.
once and so I'm like, okay, let me
That's what
just
I
look at
was
my schedule
saying.
one more time. Let me look. Let
Yeah,
me look.
that's what I was saying to everyone that's how I justified buying them because I bought them with no plan. That's the problem. I should have never done that because that's not who I am. And I should have stuck to who I am. Back to the theme of listening to myself. I'm a planner and I should have been a planner, but I was just like, we cannot risk it. Like it sold out really
Yeah.
fast too. So I'm glad we didn't.
Oh, so
But I'm like, the
fast.
lineup's too good. I have to buy them now. And we bought them and I don't want to say I regret it, but I'm just like, oh, I should have had a plan. It's just,
Yeah.
it's tough. But it's a good time. If anyone out there's listening, hit me up. I'm not even trying to make money. I'm just trying to sell them for what I paid, but it's still a lot. So I hear that. Anyways, love the tangents. All right, what else do we got? Oh, you already answered beach or mountains. She says beach. Beach girly.
Beach girly.
Beach girly. Okay, who is your celebrity crush?
Miley Cyrus.
Ooh, good one.
I
Yep.
feel like
I
I knew that, but I didn't know that that was your
Yeah.
answer.
Yes, like as she is the one celebrity that I would give a fuck about. Like, you know how
Mhm.
people like you know how people see celebrities and they literally like shit themselves?
Yeah.
I would not do that for anyone but Miley Cyrus. Like
Dang.
she actually is like someone to care about, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like all the other celebrities, I'm like, why do we idolize them? But her, we should. We should
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
I
so
love
funny.
that.
I feel like that is such a random one too. Like I feel like nobody answers with that, but I
Yeah.
know
No,
you're
it's a good one.
passionate about Miley Cyrus.
I really am.
I love
She is
that.
like, if she had a concert and the tickets were $10,000, I'd have front
You
row.
go.
Yeah,
I love that. No question about it. I think when
yeah.
Marissa and I asked each other that question, I'm pretty sure we like literally had no answer. I think we
Yeah,
were
I
like, I
can't
don't know.
think
I
of
had a hard time, but
one.
I did start thinking more about this and I was like, I think I do have one and it's very random, but it's Jessica Chastain. I kind of love her. Do you
I
guys
have
know
to
her
look up who
from
that
you
is.
do like from Jurassic World, the redhead girl, or like Interstellar? I think you'll recognize her when you see
Oh,
her.
okay.
But I don't know, I just like her. That's just been a
Oh,
random one. I've just seen her
okay.
in a lot of movies and I'm like, wait, I think I'm obsessed with her.
This is her.
Anyways, yes, her. I just like her. I know it's random, but is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have any random fun facts about yourself?
Oh my God, I
love this
forgot about
question.
this question. What was I gonna say for this? Oh, this is what I was gonna say for this. Um, if there is a dupe for an expensive product, I
Ooh,
can find it. I can find
She
ooh.
it so
can.
fast.
Wait, I love that.
Like if there is something that you want and you're like, I don't want to pay this
Yeah,
amount, I want it for cheaper, I will find it.
yeah. Oh, I love. That's a good.
I
That's a good
it
one.
may not be like the best quality, but
Yeah.
you'll have it. You will have
I
it.
feel like
Like
this started because of your shopping addiction because like in high
Yeah.
yes.
school and stuff, like we obviously didn't have money. We had a job, but like we didn't
Of
have like good
course. Not
money.
money, money.
And
Yeah.
she was
We
like,
had
"Well,
gas money.
I want the best of the best when I'm
Yeah.
ordering something." So she found like the way that she could get the best of the best, but
Yes.
for cheap.
I
So,
would always have the legging dupes. Like
yeah.
if you needed leggings, I'd always know what leggings to order.
Oh my God, that's so good. Do you use DH Gate or do you know DH Gate?
Yes.
I've never used it, but I follow a lot of girlies that are like, oh, I have the tote bag dupe. It's on DH Gate. Like, oh my God, I'm like, what is
Yes.
this?
I order NFL jerseys from there because they're always
Oh, yeah.
good quality, they're cheap, and
Wow.
I know you don't know when they're coming, but it's a
Yeah.
surprise when they get
Yeah,
here. And
it's a
that's
fun
what's so
time.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise order.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh
I
my God,
like
it's a
that.
present."
Yeah.
What's the best dupe that you think you've ever gotten?
Ooh, good question.
Oh my. Well, I guess it's not technically like a dupe, but like
Hmm.
well, no, it is a dupe kind of. I don't know, but it's a real brand.
Yeah.
So you know how everyone's obsessed with the Dyson?
Hmm.
Yes. Wait,
Well, I got
I know what
like
you're
the
gonna say.
Dyson
Tell
Airwrap.
us. Yeah.
I got the Bondi
Do you
Airwrap.
love it?
I love it.
Ah!
I love it.
Wait,
And
I've been contemplating the Bondi Boost Air
yes,
Wrap.
it works just as
Oh,
well as the Shark, the
okay.
Dyson, whatever. It works so good. It comes with all the attachments. I absolutely love
Yeah.
it.
And it's
And
not
it's
that much.
$180. It's
Yeah.
$180 and the Dyson's 600. So
Like,
like
yeah.
if you do want the Dyson, just get the Bondi and then move
Dude.
on with your life.
I literally just saved it to my Amazon cart like a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
It's so funny that you said that. I was like, wait, I know exactly what she's gonna say. I've been seeing
Yep.
that one everywhere. The Bondi Boost, they have a lot of hair tools that I feel like I see just all over.
Yeah.
They have a hot brush. I want the hot brush. I could talk about this stuff all day, so I'm gonna stop. I love it so much.
Okay, and then the last question that I have for you is that do you want to kill me for making you run another marathon when you said you'd never do it again?
I was like I was like, did she not just see what I said? I literally said I'd never do it again. And she's like, okay, like, and then like a month later, Marissa texted me and she's like, okay, but like, what if we did? And I'm like, do you like I could still feel the pain from the
Yeah.
marathon in my like the back of my
Oh
thighs. And I'm like,
God.
you're crazy. You're
Yeah,
crazy.
but
But
we
then
could go to Hawaii.
no, that's exactly
That
the
would be cool.
selling point that you got me on. You were like, well, actually we could be on a vacation. And I was like, okay, then I'll go and I'll do
Yeah.
it. And
Like
I
we
was
could
You
like,
make
say
it
no
a
to
whole
that.
week of a
yeah, as soon
trip.
as you said it's a vacation, I was like, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that because
Stop.
I'll
I
go
Yeah.
love
anywhere.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Well,
nice.
Hunter's other two things that she said is that it has to be a like flat course and
Yeah.
it has to be somewhere pretty.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's all I
okay,
need.
the Honolulu Marathon is known as being like one of the
Stop.
flattest, most beautiful courses. And I was like,
Yeah,
That's
this is
amazing.
perfect.
I
I love
will go
that.
there in a heartbeat.
Please vlog it, you guys. I know you guys aren't vloggers, but please vlog
Yes.
it. I need to see this. That would be
I did
amazing.
I did pretty good recording for the half marathon. Like I would take a video every
Love.
mile and I'd be like,
Yeah,
we're still here. And then
I
by
love
like I
that.
remember like by like mile 10, 11, 12, 13, Marissa's like behind, she's like like dying. It was so
I know.
funny.
I've like Hunter tells me that I can run faster than I can, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's such a hard thing mentally to get over.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the hardest thing that I have with running is like I can't get over the threshold that I
The
think that I
hump.
can hit.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
she's so fast, like compared to me sometimes. And I was like, okay, we're keeping up. And then it was like mile 11, and I was like, my legs
Ah.
can't do it
And
anymore.
it's funny because when I get to the end of races like that,
Mm-hmm.
like my head is so clear and I'm like,
Yeah.
all I have to do is run as fast as I can and then it's over. And so like that's my mindset. And then I'm like, oh, this is so fun. I'm almost done. So then I just
Hmm.
like it doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
guess that's
gosh. That's
fair.
amazing. Are you tall, Hunter? I know we've met in real life, but I forget. Are you tall?
I'm 5'5",
How tall are you, Marissa?
so I'm pretty.
Like 5'1".
Okay. I was just curious. I was like, is she really fast because she's tall, or she's really fast, or both?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like she's like
Yeah.
mid height, like a
Yeah.
normal average
Yeah.
height, but I mean, you grew up doing all the running sports and
That's
I did
true.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like you built endurance
I know.
that way.
Yeah.
I would
That's so
like
true.
take Marissa to the track to like do a workout. I'm like, we're gonna do sprints. And he's like, what? I'm like, don't you want to do sprints with me?
Oh
Hunter's the
my
first
gosh.
person that ever made me run.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, well, that's a good credit because now you are a runner
I
and through
know.
and
She's
through.
a runner, she's a track star.
We do
She
this
is.
together.
Well, thank you so much for
Yes.
coming and answering all of our questions, Hunter. It was so fun, and I'm so glad that people get to know who you are now.
Same. I'm so
I'm so
excited.
happy. I'm so grateful that I got to join you guys, and I can't wait to listen to my episode and then listen
Yay.
to all your other episodes. I love them.
And I feel like it's gonna be so weird that you're gonna like open up your phone one day and it's gonna be Wednesday morning. You're gonna listen to the podcast. You're gonna be like, wait, that's
Gonna be
my
you.
voice.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hear my voice and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I need to shut the hell up.
No. That's
I
one
don't
thing
think
that I
so.
think a lot of people have that feeling of like, oh, I cannot listen to myself talk. I'm like, I guess I must just be used to it because I do that shit every week, multiple times a week. I'm listening to
Yeah.
myself talk. It's wild. It is a weird thing though. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you here. And I just feel like I have a new friend in you. I'm going to be texting. I'm going to be Instagram
Yeah.
messaging you so many different things that I thought of during this episode. I'm
Yes.
like, she needs to see this. She needs to see this. I love it. So much fun. This
Yes,
is
I love that.
honestly, this is the coolest way for Marissa and I to introduce our friends to each other because
Hmm.
I feel like in a normal setting, it's just harder. I feel like when you come home to visit or whatever, you're like, oh, I gotta hang out with this friend, I gotta hang out with this friend, bouncing around. I feel that way with my friends that are here. I just hang out with them separately, and I don't know. This is a good way to bring them together, and we talk so much deeper than you would when you just
Hmm.
go get a coffee or whatever. So I
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
I agree.
I also forgot to say Hunter was one of my maid of honors at my wedding. So
Yes.
like
Oh yeah, I did
like
do that.
we be like this.
Yeah, I forgot I did that too.
Yes. That's
It
so
I
wasn't
just
that
be
funny.
long
showing
ago,
up.
but it
Yeah.
it wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was so long ago.
It
I
really does.
know.
Yeah. That was a fun
Are we
wedding.
old?
That was a
It
really
was
fun
a fun
wedding.
wedding.
Absolutely
Was.
loved. So yeah, we will post some pictures on the Instagram story. I maybe we can find one of the wedding pictures from the wedding album that has you two in it. That would be really cute.
Fun.
Aw.
And post
Oh,
that. Yeah, I think that
we
would be
should do
sweet.
the one where I'm doing your makeup like last minute.
It's
Like
so
doing
funny. We're
Ooh,
gonna put
yeah.
that one for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Writing it down.
That one was cute.
Anyway, well, thank you so much again for being here. We loved it. Cannot wait to see how this episode turns out. Can't wait to make your social
Cute.
medias. Can't wait to do all the things. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh my gosh,
Yay.
thank you guys. I love you guys.
Love
Yes.
you. Bye
All right. Bye,
everybody.
guys. And with that, I'm Erica.
And I'm Marissa. And we
run
run
on
on
coffee.
coffee.